Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Town CSD regular school board meeting for Wednesday, May 27th, 2026, here in Bisbee Theater. And do we have any adjustments to the agenda?
We do have one adjustment, and that is to add a number of stipend nominations under nominations, wherever that is, because our agenda is pretty long. Actually, it's number 7, B, for stipend nominations. There are 4 that are not listed. Student Council Advisor Elaine Harvey, 23 points, 0% bonus, $2,151.88. 2 Washington Trip Co-Coordinators, Craig Ouellette, Lisa Damian. Craig at 33 points, 0% bonus, $3,087.48. Lisa, 33 points, 20% bonus, $3,704.98. And band, Craig Ouellette, 52 points, 10% bonus, $5,351.63.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Are there any public comments on items not on the agenda? All right, next up, the reason everybody is here in this room, recognition.
All right.
Jen, you're up.
Let's go. So, I'm going to use a microphone so everyone can hear me, but I'm sure I could use my teacher voice at any point. But welcome to our final board meeting, and what I love, it's really all about celebrating. So, and I don't know if you've noticed, if you looked at the agenda, but there are quite a few names there. There are so many students that we're really proud to be able to celebrate. And I want to do it a little differently this year so the board has a chance to learn from the students, because I think just having you stand up here isn't really the beauty of it. It's sharing a little bit about your experience at Camden Hills. So that's giving you time to prepare. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm going to start, again, rather than you listening to me share names, they're going to say their names. And this first group is super easy because they're all in the senior class, so I'm going to give them something else to talk about. But I would love to have anyone that is here tonight that is an honor graduate to come on down. So join me up front. That's right. See, they're going to take up this whole front, this whole apron. So go ahead and spread all the way down. And good job, ladies. I know you're so totally listening. All right. So what I want is, again, I normally say the names, but this gives me an opportunity for each one of them to talk a little bit. And so, let's just say that the first thing I would love for you to share is your name. Each of these students as honor graduates have received the highest achievement, academic achievement at Camden Hills. And at Camden Hills, that means that they have at least a 98 or higher for GPA, which is exemplary given that this is the largest honor graduate class that we have ever had at Camden Hills. Yes, that's deserving of an applause. The student body is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Record-breaking in so many different ways, and I'll talk a little bit more about that tonight. So from a 98 all the way up to almost 106. Super impressive. I'm so proud of these exceptional seniors. So if you could share. All right, just want to make sure they're okay with the improv here. So they're going to say their name and then what they're excited for next year, and that could be where they're going, but just something they're excited for next year.
Hi, my name is Mayumi Coulter, or Maya, most people call me. I'm going to be going to Trinity College out in Ireland, Dublin, and yeah.
Hey. Hi, I'm Ula, and I'll be going to the University of Massachusetts for pre-med.
Hi, I'm Kara Rothwell, and I'm going to Amherst College in Mass.
Hi, I'm Bella Wickenden, and I'm going to be going to Colby College in the fall.
Hi, I'm Ruth Weiss, and I'm going to be going to Simmons University in Boston for public policy and economics.
Hi, I'm Ray Lumen. I'll be at Dartmouth next year, and I'm really excited because I recently found out that I was nominated for a scholar program, which allows one-on-one research in my freshman year.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Dossie. I'm going to U.S. Merchant Marine Academy down in Kings Point, New York to study marine transportation.
I'm Caleb Carr. I'm going to Vermont State University, Linden to study outdoor education.
Hi, I'm Liam Day Lynch, and I'm going to Northeastern University in Boston to study business.
Hi, my name is Teague Buchanan. I'm going to UMaine Orono for marine science.
Hi, I'm Ethan Cohen, and I'm going to go to Bowdoin College for political science.
Hi, I'm Wiley Hickson. I'm going to be going to Skidmore College for psychology.
Hi, I'm Calder Meal. I'll be going to Middlebury College.
Hi, I'm Lucas Fogg, and I'll be going to UMass Amherst for business.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maddie Hannon, and next year I'll be going to Boston College and studying biology.
Hi, I'm Nora Groton, and I will be going to University of Maine Orono for English.
Hi, I'm Luciana Hall, and I'm going to University of New Hampshire for social work.
Hi, I'm Leah Jones. I'll be going to Hood College in Maryland for biology.
Hi, I'm Olivia Johns. I'm going to the University of Mississippi for business.
All these students at graduation will be wearing a gold cord as a recognition of being an honor graduate. Congratulations to 2026 honor graduate class. All right, so your parents have seen your faces, so we're going to turn this way so that the board has a chance to also be part of this recognition because it's a board recognition as well. And they've all had a chance to hear what you're excited about next year and where you're going. And I don't know, Marcus, if you have any questions. Sorry to put you on the spot.
That's usually our question.
Where are the sweatshirts?
I wonder what your best memory of high school is going to be. Anybody?
I think we might need
I can give you the mic if you need it. Best memory?
pick a student.
Pick a student.
Somebody must have something popping into their mind.
Do I face this way?
This way.
I would say one of my best memories was I won a state championship in soccer my junior year, which was a pretty big deal and quite exciting. So yeah, I would say that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
One more. I also want to recognize our 2026 valedictorian, Maddie Hannon. So we're going to let her have an opportunity to also meet.
I would say my best memory was probably working to develop the club that I started, the Camden Hills Companions. We worked to enhance social opportunities for students with disabilities, and it was a really wonderful opportunity. I feel like I learned a lot, and it made a really big impact, and I'm hoping it continues in the following years.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, undergraduates. I appreciate it. Thanks for kicking us off with style. Well done.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the agenda, and again, I don't always know who is here, so I hope there are individuals that can come down as well. So next up is Skills USA. Are there any students here? So, oh, yeah. Awesome. Rock on. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. So Skills USA is a really cool honor that we have, not just at Camden Hills, but throughout the state. So students from each of their regional technical, career and technical education institutes send 3 students to the main event. So 3 individuals from MCST represented us in each of the fields. Then they compete. And then only the top student in the state represents Maine at nationals. Where's nationals? No idea.
Atlanta, right?
Is it Atlanta this year?
It's Atlanta.
It's always.
Georgia. Somewhere warmer, but we're excited for it. And again, I think it's in June. So Skills USA, again, without a doubt, an extraordinary accomplishment. And I would love for you to tell a little bit more.
Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Gabby. I competed in Skills USA last year with my medical science class. So 4 of us went down to compete in something called the Health Knowledge Bowl. Essentially, we were asked a random question, multiple choice, and we had to come up with an answer. So it could be anything from calculating dosages to anatomy and physiology, pathology, anything we would have covered in our medical science course. And we ended up getting 2nd place, so it's a super exciting opportunity.
Very cool. So, again, just to represent, only 3 people from MCST for each of the fields compete. But again, being recognized at the state level is quite an accomplishment. So now it's your turn to get questions from the board. Well done.
You know, students who go through the medical program or health sciences, they follow a variety of different paths. Do you know kind of what you plan to use this for in the future?
Oh, sure. Thank you. Yeah, so this coming year, I'm going to be entering medical school in Spain. So it's a direct entry program, 6 years, and I'll graduate with the equivalent of an MD.
Wow. Very cool.
Thank you, Gabby. Nice job.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Love that. Love that. All right. Seal of biliteracy. Come on down. Come back. Should have told you before. You need to sit down. This is going to be a really interesting group, so I can't wait to talk about these kiddos. Okay. Again, this is my record-breaking time. So if you don't know anything about the Seal of Biliteracy, we are a school that embraces it in many levels. So last year, I was really proud to report that we had our first opportunity for students to have it in multiple languages. This year, we have a new milestone to celebrate. So first, I wanted to share that it's a national recognition. It's not just in the state of Maine, but it's recognized nationally for exemplary proficiency in their native language, English, and in a non-native language. And at Camden Hills, we typically recognize French and Spanish. And so last year I was super proud because we had students with both. This year we have French, Spanish, Latin, and Czech. Again, 2 different areas. Super proud of our Latin program. It has been growing over the years, and that recognition is well deserved. So in order to receive it, it's an oral and a written assessment, and to achieve it and celebrating these wonderful individuals is not just about the language achievement, but also the cultural awareness. So can you please start with congratulating our Seal of Biliteracy kiddos for 2026. All right, so they're going to introduce themselves, share which Seal of Biliteracy they've achieved, and then what they're excited about using that Seal of Biliteracy for. So we've had students that have not just studied abroad, they've started their college experience in Spain, which sounds wonderful. So I'm not sure what they're thinking, but I'd love for them to share.
Yeah, okay. I am in biliterate in Spanish, and I'm planning on minoring in it in college, and I also really want to go abroad. So, oh, and Kara.
I'm Bella, and I also got the Seal of Biliteracy for Spanish, and I'm excited to use it for just traveling traveling to Spanish-speaking countries, just knowing the language and being able to connect with people through the language.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I have the Spanish Seal of Biliteracy, and I'm excited to use it to be able to communicate with my peers in university.
Hi, I'm Raya. I also have the Spanish Seal of Biliteracy. I'm really excited to hopefully study abroad and travel and use Spanish to be able to connect with more people.
I'm Ethan. I also have the Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish, and I'm just excited to use it when I travel or if I study abroad later.
I'm Calder. I received the Seal of Biliteracy in Latin, slightly less applicable than the other ones, so I'm not totally sure.
I'm Leah. I got my Seal of Biliteracy in French, and I'm considering adding a minor in French.
I'm Maddie. I got my Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish, and I'm entering a program next year where we do a lot of traveling. Like, we go to a different country each year, so I think that will help me, hopefully.
Perfect.
Anybody have any questions for this group?
How'd you choose Latin?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
We'd taken Spanish all throughout elementary and middle school, and I knew I wanted to try something different. And the high school got a new Latin teacher my freshman year. So my current AP Latin class is part of his founding class, and I thought that would be an interesting thing to do.
Very cool. Calder, did you have to do any speaking to get the Seal of Biliteracy?
No, I had a much easier time than the rest of my peers. Their tests had, I believe, 3 or 4 sections. Ours only had 1 section, and it was only reading.
I do believe you were also a merit finalist, so perhaps it helped on the SATs.
Yes.
Just saying, right? Perhaps? Root origin?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Nice job, everyone. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to combine the next 2 groups, actually. I didn't get a funny look, so I could do that. Okay, I'm going to combine the next 2 groups. So National Honor Society and National Technical Honor Society, the newest inductees. Come on down. Awesome. Come on down. So NHS are CHILS, National Honor Society, and then National Technical Honor Society from MCST. These members are recognized for the 4 pillars that involve the NHS: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Their work in and beyond the classroom reflects not only the academic achievement, but also their commitment to service for others, leading with integrity, and contributing to their community. So I'd love for them to introduce themselves, and then maybe say what they do for their service, because that's always a really cool part we don't get to hear much about.
I'm Lila, and I'm part of NTHS and NHS. I just got inducted to NTHS. But what I do for my service is I help out at a bunch of different locations. I help at like bike races. My dad owns a bike shop, so I help out at all those bike races, and I help a bunch of kids at different there's a program called Change Makers, and I help there, and I just really help all over the place. I'm kind of all over.
Hi, my name's Cora. I volunteers with a club called PALS, and I spend a lot of time one-on-one with a 3rd grader over at the elementary school. And this April, I also had the opportunity to travel to the Dominican Republic and work in a elementary school and communicate with them and just teach them over the course of a week.
Hi, I'm Audrey Summers, and I just got into NHS, and a lot of my service hours are from I'm a part of the Lions Club, so I'm a Leo, and we do a lot of volunteer work and stuff. So I think in the spring we go pick up trash on the streets, and we've made blankets for people in the nursing home, and sent letters out to like soldiers in the military and stuff. So I'd say that's majority of my hours. And then I also I go and help elderly people do their dishes and stuff. So yeah.
Are the pillars the same for NHS and the National Technical Honor Society?
My research said yes.
Great.
That's why I lumped them together.
Yeah.
Very similar speech. Yeah. Yeah. So they do have different recognition at the graduation ceremony. So the Technical Honor Society has, if you see the gray stole, and our NHS this year for the first year. Come on, Bailey, help me out. It's two different color cords. So what is it? Blue and gold. Yeah. So when you look at the graduation program, just to eliminate confusion, we list all of the different colors and make sure you know exactly what we're recognizing. So awesome.
Cool. Congrats.
Mr. Albert. We have a ton of things to recognize at the program level and also the individual level for band. It has been accumulating actually over the past few weeks. So we're super excited for Mr. Albert to be here. So humbly, he's going to talk a little bit about his program, which I know he doesn't really do a lot of that. In fact, many of these awards have not been shared yet publicly. Because they just keep bringing home the hardware. It's exceptional, and we're super proud of them. So, Drew?
I'll try my best to speak humbly. Kids would like that joke. Okay, hi. So, thank you for having me tonight. Ray Libby, Jen Curtis, board. Really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share all the amazing things that the music department has been able to do this year. I know this community does not take music education for granted, and we thank you for that. And we have some really awesome experiences to share with you. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Drew Albert, the choir director and teach general music at Camden Hills, along with my colleague Craig Willett, who is coaching baseball right now. So he said I was pinch hitting for him, so that's what I'm doing. He's usually the talker, and I just stand it. So for the full program kind of acknowledgments that we wanted to make tonight, the jazz band and concert band, under the direction of Mr. Roulette, performed at the MBDA, which is the Maine Band Directors Association Winter Festival this year, and they performed at Merrill Auditorium, which is this beautiful, if you haven't been, this beautiful performing space in City Hall in Portland. And just so I get these right, they play a set and then they're critiqued by judges, and they receive a gold, silver, or bronze rating. And I'm happy to celebrate that both jazz band and concert band received the highest gold rating, and jazz band was also received a gold rating and selected for Outstanding Musicianship Award. So that is concert band and jazz band. If you're in either of those ensembles, could you give a wave? I'll bring you all down here in a second. So congratulations to those people. The Camden Hills instrumental and vocal ensembles went to the Great East Festival, which was held at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Massachusetts. Again, like MBDA, we perform for judges, and they give out a certain ranking from bronze, silver, gold, and platinum at this one. So I'm happy to say that the concert band received a gold rating, and the jazz band and chorale is all three of the vocal ensembles, received a platinum rating, which means we got a rating of 98 out of 100 or higher. I'll let you. And we have a lot of individuals to recognize, and there's a full list of all those individuals and all those different festivals that were accepted throughout the year. But we have a bunch of them here, so I'm going to call them down, and they'll introduce themselves and tell you which festival that they were into. So come on, don't roll your eyes, come on down. And let me just tell you a little bit about how honors festivals work. So they're all basically the same thing, where you prepare an audition, and then you kind of go into a room and there's someone sitting in the corner and you sing at them or you play at them. And the range of the audition music is different at each one of these. Some are more challenging than others. And then you go and you work with a guest conductor, someone who's usually a nationally renowned conductor for a few days. District 3, which we have a lot of representation for today, is kind of mid-coast central Maine area, and that's a 2-day festival. And then there's All State, which, as the name suggests, is all of the state goes and is auditions, and the kids who are selected from that come from all the way from York to Fort Kent. It's really cool. That's held at the University of Maine in Orono over the course of 3 days. And then also All Eastern, which is 12 states in the Eastern region, and we have some representation from that group as well here with you tonight. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and let you know which honors ensembles they were in, and you can look at the minutes to see all of the students who were involved in those festivals.
I'm Caitlin. I was part of the jazz band and concert band, and I also did District 3 for concert band.
I'm Wiley, and I'm part of the jazz band and concert band, and I did District 3 for percussion, All-State for percussion, and Jazz All-State for bass guitar.
My name's Kara Kroos, and I'm in chorale as well as concert band, and I did District 3 for treble choir.
I'm Clara, and I did All States, District 3, and All Eastern this year.
I'm Izzy, and I'm a part of the jazz band, concert band, and chorale, and I did D3, All States, and All Eastern this year.
I'm Keely. I did concert band, jazz band, and I did District 3 for choir.
I'm Maggie. I did concert band, chorale, and just all the chorale groups, and I did District 3, All State, and All Eastern.
I'm Natalie. I'm in chorale, 2 different chorale groups, and then I got into D3 and All State for choir.
I'm Lillian, and I did District 3 and All State, and I'm part of chorale group. I'm Ellen. I'm in chamber, and I did All Eastern and Great East.
Hey y'all, I'm Freddie Bernaska. I'm a bass 2 in the Honors Chamber Singers, and I was in District 3.
Hello, my name's Soren Landfair, and I just did concert band.
Final round of applause for all of us. Well done. Thank you. You're a natural. I just roll right into it. Okay. Okay. All right. So that was our student recognition portion, and now to our amazing staff. And the first person, sure that I'm Fonz, if Jude Masur could come on down and join me up front. You might not recognize her. She doesn't have her cart. If you've ever been at Camden Hills and you are in the way, watch out, because she does not have one room, she has multiple rooms. And therefore, whenever you see her going by with her, what's the cart say on it? It's disconnect to connect. Whenever you see that, you should follow it, because really cool learning is about to happen. That I can guarantee. Jude is up here because it is a pleasure to celebrate her as Knox County Teacher of the Year. So we're going to stop right here and make sure we recognize her for that. Anything else? I agree. That's how I felt right there. It was like hands up, I'll celebrate. So let me share a little bit about her. So first and foremost, it's a pleasure because Jude exemplifies what makes Camden Hills exceptional. She brings creativity and dedication to every part of our school. She has taught all levels of English, dabbled a little bit with social studies, which actually is her main trade. We convinced her that she needed to stay in the English department. And she has taught everything from experiential classes that foster hands-on learning and squeezes in some resume writing, to advanced placement that inspires students to actually love research. Who thought that could happen? Under her leadership, our AP Capstone program has thrived, with enrollment more than tripling and students approaching AP research with purpose and pride. Jude consistently steps in where needed, anywhere that it's needed. Our Give Back Day is a great example of that. Not to mention, she continued Win Planners Initiative when a valued colleague retired. And she supports track and field. Other ways that you can see her is out with her passion with running. She brings that to the high school and shares it with our students. The image of Jude in her cart captures her at her best. And what I mean by that is that she's not limited by classroom walls or titles. It didn't matter if it was English or social studies or a coach or an advisor. She meets students where they are. She broadens their sense of possibility. And she helps them move forward, most importantly, with confidence. Thank you, Jude, for the extraordinary energy, which I'm sure that you know that, the imagination and the care that you bring to Camden Hills. This recognition is extremely well-deserved. Congratulations on representing our school as Knox County Teacher of the Year. Does she get grilled? Yeah. Jude, do you want to?
I'm not biliterate. Not going anywhere next year.
You're going to take the. You're not going to take the Latin exam. So for those who weren't here last month, Jude was before the board talking about all the ways that she and other educators are pursuing experiential learning opportunities at the school. And, you know, every time I've gone to her classroom, it's just been so inspiring to see what you are doing. Being on the curriculum committee, you're always coming in thinking about ways that you can really engage every student through innovative courses. I've been at Zoot and she's like rolled in with like 35 kids, you know, for some kind of interview project. So this is just so well deserved. And the Teacher of the Year program in Maine is different than a lot of states. A lot of states don't do county Teachers of the Year. We're special that we do that. And then these county Teachers of the Year continue to move on, and Jude could be our Maine State Teacher of the Year. We're rooting for you. Congratulations.
I'm not sure if the next two people are here, which totally makes sense because they do not like the spotlight, but we're going to recognize them nonetheless. There's two individuals. We recognize anyone who is retiring, who's had more than 10 years within our district. And so the first person we like to recognize is within the special education department. And she's one of those quiet heroes in our school. So Jill Morton, and to share a little bit about Jill is Jess Yates.
Good evening. I'm Jess Yates, the Director of Special Education, and I'm honored to recognize Jill Morton for 20 years of service to the district. In order for you to fully appreciate Jill's work on behalf of our students, I want to help you understand a little bit about the Transitional Life Skills Program.
In this program, students not only work on building academic skills and attaining credits for graduation, but they also work on developing functional skills in the areas of daily living, community participation, and pre-employment. The infrastructure required to support that latter realm is significant. The program must procure materials, prepare activities, and maintain a living, working classroom community that encompasses kitchen activities, leisure activities, and even self-care skills. Jill has been integral to our students' learning journeys, arriving early to ensure the classroom environment is organized and ready for students each day. In addition, her pragmatic approach to the collection of tracking of data in areas ranging from student performance to class activity funds has been invaluable to the program. Jill is also truly the queen of logistics and has worked tirelessly to support the program's need for materials and other resources to support the students' functional skill development. Her work also extends beyond the program to the larger school community. Most recently, she led the transformation of the wellness room into a pleasant and welcoming space for our 8th and 9th grade transition meetings. Overall, our special ed team has been so lucky that Jill has decided to devote her time and energy to our students and our school, and we wish her all the best in her future endeavors. Thanks, Jill.
Watch out, Jill. We have an assembly on Friday, and we're gonna probably bring you up on stage. So I don't know if she's watching this tonight, but fair warning, we're gonna celebrate you. I know that you like to stay in the stay out of the limelight, which is true for the next person as well. Jill Cody, and it just feels very fitting to talk about Jill tonight because we had so many outstanding students that we recognize within world language. Anyone who has worked with Jill Cody knows that she has spent years expanding opportunities for students at Camden Hills. She helped generations of students experience language as far more than just vocabulary and verb charts. She's helped students build confidence, connect with new cultures, and see themselves as part of a much larger world. Through her international travel, cultural exchange, and her leadership in helping establish the seal of biliteracy. And she pretty much conducted it by herself for a number of years. Jill has created meaningful opportunities for students to challenge themselves and grow in ways that last far beyond graduation. She has been a leader in our world language department, bringing thoughtfulness and a deep commitment to students every day. She has a gift for building comfort for students working in a non-native language, which is truly a talent. Encouraging them to try, to stumble, which is not easy if you're a teenager, more importantly, to laugh and to keep going until what once felt unfamiliar becomes something they can own. Her impact at Camden Hills is far-reaching, and what our students remember most is her ability to build relationships and the courage to step into the unfamiliar. Thank you, Jill, for connecting our students to a world well beyond Camden Hills. Congratulations on your 20-plus years as an educator at our school. Thank you. I hope if you see her, you share a couple of those really nice words and help to recognize her. So we do have gifts, and I believe we have one more. Miss Brown, Carolyn Brown. Oh, the arms are up. The arms are up. This is not Jerry Springer. This is like to channel Oprah, but I don't think that was how that works. So. All right, I'm ready for this one.
I'm going to talk about my messy room.
I am, twice. Sorry, I can't help myself. It's something we've talked about a lot over the days. So at Camden Hills, if you've ever needed an art supply, whether it's clay, a paintbrush, camera lens, or something you didn't even know existed until Carolyn Brown found it in exactly the right drawer, you know who to ask. Carolyn's classroom has always felt like a little like magic. Every nook and cranny filled with creative possibility, and somehow Carolyn always knows exactly where everything is, because you truly never know when inspiration will strike. For the past 26 years, Carolyn has helped shape the artistic heart of Camden Hills, from photography to pottery and everything in between. She's inspired generations of students to create and trust their own ideas. Some of her students have gone on to pursue art professionally. Many others have simply carried their love with them carried their love of art with them for a lifetime of appreciation. I definitely botched that one, my bad. Seeing the world through a more creative lens. Both of these are gifts, and Carolyn has given those gifts generously. Carolyn is also an artist herself, a talented artisan whose pottery can be often found on weekends in our community. That connection between artist and teacher has always been evident. She doesn't just teach art, she lives it, she models it, and invites students into the joy of the creative process. Her impact extends well beyond the classroom through international travel. She has expanded students' sense of the world and encouraged them to learn by experiencing the world. Through her partnership with the Community Fund, many of you might not know this because she's another one of those silent partners. Through her partnership with the Community Fund and Empty Bowl, she's helped students see that creativity can also be an act of service, something that strengthens and gives back to your own community. Carolyn, other than the jokes aside, thank you for filling Camden Hills with beauty, imagination, and possibility for 26 years. Your creativity has shaped the school in lasting ways. And while we know your art room may contain enough supplies to sustain us for the next decade, I won't remember that. It is your generosity and your artistry and the inspiration you have shared with students that I will treasure most. Thank you.
I won't sing. I would like to say thank you so much for everyone. Like I see so many of my students here. I see some kids that I had in like theater class in the summer with Miss Murphy and all kinds of crazy things. I absolutely love my students. I'm really happy because I have some amazing, awesome students this semester and this year. And so it's great. I see you, Audrey. It's great to go out, and Kara, I know you. It's great to go out on a high note. So that's, I'm really happy to, and I've had some of your kids in the past as well. Really nice to have a high note to end on. And also remember to go to Fine Arts Night tomorrow night. It's an awesome showcase of many of the students here and many who are not here. Thank you.
Truly generation, so a lasting effect and impact on our community. I think it's board recognition next.
Yes.
So Marcus, do you want the microphone?
Andy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to speak about Marcus here for a minute. He's going to be leaving the board. He's been on the board for 6 years. And on a personal note, Marcus has always been very helpful, gracious, and there whenever I had a question that needed answering. As far as leading the board, he was instrumental in us finding the new superintendent. Everything he's done, I really appreciate, and kind of, yeah. And as far as Burke, did somebody have?
I'd like to say something about Marcus, Burke, and Ethan, if I may. Okay, may I start with Ethan? Ethan, you're graduating. Holy smokes. Wow. Bowden, that's great. During your time on this board as a student advisor, you've offered measured and well-reasoned input. I think that I speak for the board when I express my gratitude for both your presence and your opinion. An essential facet of board membership is to participate fully, and you've done that. I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Please come back and visit. We'd love to know how you're doing. Burke. Thank you. For a guy who was a write-in 3 years ago, you've hung in there and represented your community well. I've enjoyed getting to know you and appreciate your perspective, your articulation regarding different topics, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure you won't miss driving all the way into town and then back to Appleton on those cold, snowy nights. I hope this opens up some additional time for you to enjoy other non-elected pursuits. And Marcus, I can't believe how quickly 6 years go. From who the heck is this guy to a skilled team member who has taken on board leadership roles, you've demonstrated a sincere commitment to the community, the schools, the educators and students, never mind going to Washington, D.C. and back in one day today. You've prioritized visiting classrooms, digging deep into what makes our schools tick, and have made this work much more enjoyable along the way. Whether it was standing in front of French and Braun and sharing with you during the walk through town for the graduating seniors, digging deep into negotiations with our unions, handing out maple syrup for teacher appreciation, or hearing you out when we didn't agree on a particular vote, I have developed a deep respect for who you are and how you think. Thank you for leading the Five-Town CSD. We are all the better for your effort.
Sarah was going to speak to Ethan.
So I have a little speech for Ethan. From the moment I joined the board as a sophomore, I noticed the confidence and composure Ethan carries with him. He always seemed to be able to speak his mind clearly, think quickly under pressure, and bring humor and energy into every room he's in. Those are qualities that naturally draw people in, and they made him someone I, and I'm sure Ethan, look up to too. More specifically, what I admire most about Ethan is his presence. Whether it's leading discussions or speaking with confidence when it mattered, he made an impact on this board. Throughout my time observing him, he has always been sharp-driven and willing to speak with his mind, all of which are qualities that are incredibly admirable. I'm really thankful I got the chance to work alongside you, and I know you're going to bring that energy, humor, and wits wherever you go. Congratulations, and thank you for everything you've brought to this board.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. I have some things to say about my fellow honorees here. Ethan, thank you for your service on our board. As Becky said, you have shown that to be a good board member, you have to participate and share your opinions, and we always know what you're thinking about every possible issue, so it's really helped inform the work of the rest of our board members to hear your thoughts. Burke, as Becky mentioned, coming here as a write-in, and for folks, he was not a write-in campaign that Burke led. I don't think he even knew about it. His fellow neighbors wrote him in, and I think that speaks volumes to his character and who he is. And while Burke will never win a record in terms of minutes talked in a meeting, when you do say something, it really matters. And I've been really just so thankful for your thoughtful questions, your insightful opinions and advice. And, especially during the superintendent hiring process, you really had some very helpful points of view to help us pick the right person. And it's been a pleasure to serve with you. And, as board chair, I'm going to take a few minutes of my own ability to just say thank you. It's been just an incredible honor to serve on this board and to support the students, educators, and broader school community. I've always tried to focus on what our students need while empowering our educators and administrators and being fair to taxpayers. I ran for school board in 2020 during COVID. When I got elected, our first job was to work with administration on a plan to safely reopen schools. Easy stuff right off the bat. And over the years, I've learned so much by working alongside all of my fellow board members and beside Maria and our talented administrative team. And I could go one by one around what I've so enjoyed working with you on or learn from you. I will save that so we can get to cupcakes. I have individual notes for all of you that I'll be sharing. We've done some amazing things together, from expanding outdoor learning to supporting the work of the hatchery to a strategic plan that leads on experiential learning, innovation, to leading on a phone-free school day. But none of this would be possible without our amazing administrators, teachers, and staff. You are so exceptional, and there are no words to describe the gratitude that I have for all of you. My favorite moments have been with our students and educators in classrooms, at performances and games, witnessing the amazing teaching and learning happening. Fine Arts Night, which is just one of my favorite evenings of the school year. I will definitely be there tomorrow night and hope that you all attend too. And, while I'm leaving the board, I'll still be a champion for our schools. Public schools helped raise me, and I've worked throughout my career to ensure every kid has access to the great public school that they deserve. As Becky mentioned, I was down in DC this morning working with one of my clients to outline a new policy agenda for public schools to propel student learning in the age of AI. And so I'm still in this game, still going to be fighting and championing our schools. So thank you again, and thank you to all of you, and I look forward to seeing you around town. And the lady over here, she is leaving us too. Maria Libby is retiring after several decades of service in our school district. And, we were able to have a board dinner last week just to have our own celebration of Maria's leadership. And we'll be doing a full-blown celebration at the SAG board meeting in June. So, but while we're here, let's give Maria Libby just a round of applause for the decades of leadership and really inspiration for all of us. And now it is.
Hold on. I missed my opportunity to say, so can I do a pause?
Yeah.
So all year long, I am sharing as much as I can about the board, and we have wonderful student reps that do their part. But really, all year long, this board is working on behalf of all of the students. Can you stand up one more time so we can celebrate you, because this is the best board, no offense. This is my favorite board meeting, and I really want to have one more acknowledgement of all the students that came here tonight. Can you please stand up? You're the reason why they're working so hard, so
Yes.
thank you.
Congratulations again to everybody. This is just such a great way to have our last board meeting, and now we can break for some refreshments in the cafeteria. Be back here in 10 minutes. We need approval of the May 6th, 2026 CSD regular school board meeting minutes and approval of the May 11th, 2026 CSD public budget meeting minutes.
Can we do them together?
Second.
Okay, that was Marcia and Andy. Andy seconding. Any discussion? All those in favor? Perfect. All right, nominations. We have Nell Daly as an interim principal, and then the stipend nominations that were added as an adjustment to the agenda.
I'll move the nominations.
Second.
Okay, moved by Marcia, seconded by Becky. Any discussion? All those in favor? Great. Congratulations, no. Possible approval of an FY25 budget cost center transfer of $80,000 from Article 2 Special Education to Article 1 Regular Instruction pursuant to MSRS Title 20A, Section 1485, Paragraph 4. Shall the CSD School Board authorize the following FY25 budget transfers: $80,000 from Article 2 Special Education to Article 1 Regular Instruction. Maria, do you have anything to share about the reason?
It was unexpected maternity and FMLA leaves of absences that required us to hire long-term substitutes. And so our substitute line went significantly over budget, which caused the whole line to go over budget. Does that sum it up, Chris?
That's it. Okay. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Let me give it to Sarah.
You can have it. It's all right.
Slightly.
You get it louder next time.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Great. Board chairs report. So next week we have a lot of great activities to keep honoring our students. The March Through Town is on June 1st at 5:30 p.m. And I know the high school posted something about that in the Rooch, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Graduation, June 5th at 5:59 p.m. Board members can get a ticket, one ticket, and we will be together somewhere. I hear that trying to do it outside, so hopefully all the rain comes this weekend and the following weekend. And Jen, should we email Shauna if we want a ticket? Okay, so you can either let me know right now if you want to go, and I will let her know, or let me know after the board meeting, or email Shauna. Is there anybody who wants to go? Okay.
I think Bree wants to go as well.
I'll let you know.
Okay. So it's everybody.
First Friday.
Okay.
Marcus,
Okay.
why is, I'm probably missing, why is it 5:59?
It's always like that. It's always some weird number.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
What's-
right?
Oh,
I was
really?
gonna say,
There's some significance to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sat back there because I was like, I don't have a board report. You guys are kind of here for me, but so there are a number of things that Dr. I deserves credit for. And if you ever come to the high school and see our wall of honor, that is his genius, which I absolutely love. And if you come the beginning of next school year, you're going to see a brand new wall of honor because we have 25 years worth of acknowledgments and we have to start again, another 25 years. And Dr. I loved knowing that we march to our own beat. We do things the Camden Hills way and we're not following anyone else. And so we start at the 5:59. And that is pretty cool because it causes people to ask me and I have to say it every single year. You're the first, so you're pioneers, but I guarantee I'm going to share that at least 10 more times. And what I love about it is just, it's the spirit of Camden Hills. We do so many things because it's who we are. And the one, I don't know many schools that do a march through town. Absolutely my favorite event.
Yeah.
And my favorite moment, it was Maria and I and this family came out of their house. It was during COVID, so it had to be 2020, right? Came out of their house, they heard the ruckus, they were making pasta, they brought out pots and pans and they started beating it on the side. And we're just like, this is the best! And that's our community. It's at our finest. So I don't know if that answers it well, but
It does.
Dr. I.
That's great, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Graduation board reorganization meeting on June 24th at 5:30 p.m. Burke and I will be sending you well wishes, and Ethan. We have Dr. Neal's visit next week. She's going to be spending a lot of time with administrators, just continuing her transition. Amelia, do you want to talk about the HAL event? Lori?
Yeah. So she is going to be coming to Lincolnville Central School on Tuesday the 2nd at 6 o'clock, where hopefully many of the community members and students from the HAL communities are going to greet her, and she'll get to see a lot of the just townspeople and students, and then hopefully we'll have some local bakeries that are going to be showing off their wares as well, just to welcome her.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said June 2nd?
June 2nd at 6 p.m.
Has publicity gone out to the town, Appleton and Hope?
Yes.
Okay.
Which school is it at?
It's at Lincolnville Central School in their cafeteria. It's called Welsh Commons.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for everyone in the area, but because we wanted to recognize them because a lot of them didn't understand the Camden Rockport events, thought it was more geared towards them. We're 5 towns, so, but it would just be another way to help get everyone to introduce her, welcome her.
She will also be visiting Midco School of Technology. Amelia, you're still going to go on that too, right? Okay. And before I end my board report, we recognize people more formally if they've served for 10 years, but we do have somebody departing who just missed that. And I just want to take a moment for us to recognize Jen Curtis for her many years of service in our school district.
Only 8 now.
Only 8.
Yeah.
Only 8. Maybe you can come back and do a couple more. Just thank you for, you're always so focused on what is best for our kids. You create such a welcoming environment for both students and staff. You bring an air of positivity and optimism through challenges, and it's just been such a pleasure working with you, and I just want to make sure that we say thank you to you in our own way in this moment. Anybody want to say anything about Jen?
I'll share a story.
Yeah.
I told Jen the story. I was at a basketball game this past winter at the high school, and it was a pretty rowdy game, and there's these two students in the front row across the gym from me, and I see Jen like kind of off with like Jeff Hart and everything, and these two students are really getting into the game. Well, so wasn't the visiting team crowd. And there was words starting to you could see them kind of exchanging. And all Jen did was just walk over and sat right next to these two kids. And it brought it down such a level. Like they were like about to jump out of their seats. And I just sat there and laughing. I think you were like cheering with them. And everybody in the other team was like looking at her. And it really calmed things down. And I was so impressed with like the level of like, she just got in there. She didn't tell them to be quiet or escort them out. It really showed a lot. And I was very impressed. So thank you for the laugh. And
It was a bit of a parting of the seas. Most of the kids all of a sudden had to go to the concession stand. So. I'm not sure why they laughed.
Good move.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Miss Curtis, you've been like the best support for me. She's been on my side for so long, and she's helping me so much with my research project and implementing it in schools. And I was very, very sad to see her go because she cares so much about students, and I'm sad to see her leaving. But thanks so much for the support and all the kindness you've shown me.
Thank you, sir. Well, I guess give me the mic. But I just I have. Unlike Nell Daly, who you were going to be so excited to work with, unlike Nell Daly, I have been to different school districts. I have worked at least 3 high schools, and I have had sometimes the unfortunate pleasure of being asked by the principal to give a presentation at the board meetings, and I will say sometimes it really hurts my heart, and I have never felt that with this board. The one thing, and by the way, if it wasn't a student that asked, there was an intern at the Villager, and she caught me at a moment of weakness because she's a student. She asked to do an article, and I was like, I don't really want to. And so I invited Nell, so it's going to be a 2-for-1. But they asked me certain questions, and the one thing I said with the utmost sincerity is I've never worked for a community that truly values education and supports our schools. There are a number of times Maria had has lots of grand ideas. I'm the action girl, visionary, and 2 of us together, it's pretty magical. And one of her ideas was our internship program, and it was when I first started at Camden Hills. I had connections to the community, but not as far-reaching as we needed. And the one thing I learned from day one is that every time I picked up the phone, I got a yes. I got a, what can we do to help? Whether it was, sharing of, having an intern come in, or sharing resources, or coming into a classroom. I've never experienced that in all the places that I've been. And for that, I'm truly grateful. And for what Seren said, there isn't very much that would get me to consider moving out of onto a different role or different district or anywhere else. What it is kids. Hands down. I get to go back into a classroom, and what I hope is that you get the benefit of it with future teachers that I'm supporting.
Yeah.
So working at Farmington, the teacher college in Maine, excited to bring energy and enthusiasm where I think it's needed, which is helping people think about teaching. So thank you all, and thanks for breaking the rules.
Thank you.
All right, superintendent's report.
So I didn't have a report in the packet, but I wanted to say something tonight. I'm going to read it, and I'll just keep it brief. But I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to reflect, because I think what this community has built together deserves to be named. Over the past 11 years as superintendent and 28 years in this district, I've had the privilege of working alongside extraordinary educators, staff, families, students, and board members. None of what I'll mention is mine alone. It belongs to all of us. We listened to research and to the needs of adolescents when we moved to a later start time, and students showed up more rested and more ready. We instituted open campus, trusting our juniors and seniors to grow into independence. We created the internship program and deepened our commitment to experiential education because we believe the real world is one of the most powerful classrooms that there is. We launched the Student Leadership Forum so that student voices weren't just heard, they shaped decisions. And when the research on phones became clear, this community came together to go phone free. I'm proud of that. The Hatchery Innovation Center stands as a symbol of what's possible when we invest in student curiosity and agency. Buying into the solar farm for 90% of our electricity needs was a statement about our values and our future. We valued every student in our district, and that is why we are creating an appropriate space for the Rising Tide program. We championed sustainability initiatives that I hope will outlast all of us in this room. We continue to invest deeply in the arts, in athletics, music, theater, and visual arts, because we know how these programs keep students connected to school. We built out social emotional learning initiatives and focused on school culture with the Culture Keepers, because culture doesn't happen by accident. Safety is paramount and never finished, but we conducted major emergency preparedness drills and made it a genuine priority. We introduced remote school days so learning could continue through disruptions such as snow days, and then the pandemic hit. We were ready and reopened school faster than most in the nation. We launched a podcast to advocate publicly for public education because someone has to tell that story. Through it all, we took care of our buildings and grounds because the environments our students learn in send a message about how much we value them, and it saves money in the long run. It's all too easy to let our infrastructure take a back seat. I leave this district believing deeply in public education and what it can do for children, for families, and for communities. That belief has never wavered, not once in 28 years. It's been the honor of my professional life to serve here in the community where I grew up, and I'm grateful beyond words. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. I think so many things you listed are just so powerful. I think the Student Leadership Forum stands out to me, being there the first year you did it and seeing the engagement and the magic, and then for it to kind of take life after it with kids designing their own trips and courses and policies. I know you were thinking of could you take that on the road, and I hope that's something you're still thinking about, because it's an amazing initiative along with the host of other things you mentioned.
I was just thinking about all of the students we just recognized, and wanted to thank you as someone whose kids are just starting out in this system for being an incredible steward of what is truly an excellent education system. And I think whether they know it or not, they and their families really owe you tremendous thanks for not just stewarding an excellent system, but building it and making it better and bringing so much innovation to it. So as a parent, not just a school board member, I really want to thank you for that. It's exceptional, and I believe we can keep it going. So thank you, Marie.
Yep. All right, more to come. Standing committee reports. Joint curriculum met May 5th, 2026, minutes attached. possible approval of the K through 12 health standards and expected outcomes. So we did this at the SAD as well, but we've updated the health standards and expected outcomes based on updated main learning results and kind of focused not just on the personal well-being, but also the well-being of others. And it was also updated to reflect some concepts around handling technology in a positive way too. So the curriculum committee recommended approval to the board.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Any questions? All those in favor? Great. Finance met May 6th, minutes attached. Met before the school board meeting tonight.
Yep. Our target based on 24 of 26 payrolls through May 21st. We are targeted to spend 92.3% of our budget. The actual is 85.3% of our budget excluding board contingency. And fiscal year 25, same period a year ago, we had spent 84.7% of our budget. So we are tracking well and have been tracking well through the year. It's been pretty nice.
Okay. Thank you, Becky. Joint personnel met May 15th, minutes attached. And the possible approval of the groundskeeper job description.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Joint policy met on May 13th, minutes attached. We have some first, go ahead.
A number of policies for first reading and hopefully waiving the second reading of the policies, including the student handbook, which was not in this packet, but we had a separate email for that because it's quite lengthy. So I will move the first and second reading of these policies.
Second.
Any discussion?
I have a question. Where does unified basketball fall? I was looking through the athletic breakdown, and I'm just wondering where the unified basketball, like their uniforms, their transportation, where's that fall?
In terms of payment?
Well, yeah, like where they're allotted, because they get a uniform, I'm assuming, right?
Yep. And we have transportation, we bus them. We were not able to run it this year just because of numbers, but historically, they do at least 3 to 4 games. We pay for the refs, so we pay for everything. Is it not in the policy?
You know, surprisingly enough, it's not. So I think that probably should get added next year.
'cause we
Just,
do pay for all
just
of
so
it,
it's listed properly in both of those policies.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, and related to that, is it more of a club or a sport? It's in the under sports?
Yeah, I think.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It does say 3 teams without delineating what kinds of teams.
Well, and within here there are, we talked
Because
about
boys
ultimate.
basketball, 3 teams, girls 2 to 3 teams.
Well, there's freshman basketball, JV
so
basketball,
that's the
then
3,
varsity
okay.
basketball.
Yeah, I do think a separate line, and it is a completely different timing of the season anyway. So it's a great point. Again, I think it's something we should add. Yep.
Any other questions?
I had a question on the baseline cost for athletics. When does that get reviewed as far as helmets don't get covered on some sports, but they do on others? I didn't know what the qualifier was for why they wouldn't be covered.
I think it's in the policy, isn't it, of how often
I think it's every
under
5 years.
baseline costs?
Every 5 years.
It was at the last policy meeting that we talked about this.
So I guess that would be a question that I would have, like why wouldn't helmets, that seems like a big one to not be covered in some sports that are.
That's a great discussion for a policy committee when that policy is being reviewed.
Okay.
That's when that would most likely get discussed.
Okay. And they do that once a year?
Well.
Or could they do it at?
Policy can be discussed at policy committee anytime that somebody wants to discuss policy. So that could be on the first agenda next fall.
Are you leaving any notes for us for after?
That should be in the minutes.
Fair enough.
I mean, if that's something, Amelia, that you want, you would say that next year you would make a point to ask who's ever chair of policy and the superintendent to make sure that that goes on the first policy meeting.
Okay.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Great. Board Advisory Committee reports, MCST.
We had our meeting tonight. That's where I was for the first half of the meeting. So I do not have minutes for you. They reviewed the director's evaluation. They approved the teacher contract. So, and their kids are going to Skills USA on Sunday to compete for their national gold.
Great. Administrator salary and contract recommendations, possible executive session to discuss a personnel matter, 1 MRS 4056A. Can I get a motion to go into executive session?
Second.
All those in favor?